Hello, I'm going to talk to you today about a very useful, very small, compact little carrier that's very useful for hot weather, for travel, for all sorts of things. It can be used from birth to toddlerhood, and it's called the MiniSling. So you can see just how small it packs up, and it comes inside its own little storage bag. And here it is. So, it's adjustable. You can control how tight it is across your body with this webbing. It has a spreadable shoulder section which will go across here or here, and it has a little pouch that you can sit your child in on one side or the other as they sit up and look around to see what's going on in the world around them. It's really very easy to put on. I'm just going to loosen it a little bit. I tend to have my carriers baby sitting on this side, so my shoulder strap needs to be over here. So I'm just going to thread this through and pop it on like that. Now that can spread out a little bit to distribute the weight across my shoulder, cupping my shoulder rather than very close to my neck. This is the pocket the child is going to sit in, and I can control how tight it is by moving the webbing across the back like that. I decide how much space I need by looking at the lowest point of the carrier, and that's where my baby's bottom will end up. So the smaller baby, I need this to be a bit higher. For a bigger child, I may need it to be a bit lower. But this is about right for the child I'm going to put in. Sling in position. Now I've got my baby. I'm going to hold her comfortably up on my shoulder and then slip both legs in. If I've got a very small baby, there is actually a little loop here that you could, if you wanted to, feed the front foot through like this, just to give you a little bit of extra reassurance the baby isn't going to come diving out of the bottom, and that will just help to hold the knee up. I'm going to sit my child comfortably down over the pass like this, so you can see how that's very similar to how I would hold my baby in my arms. I've got my M shape with the knees being held above the bottom, nice and equal, with the fabric underneath in a straight line, and my baby's chest is nice and snug against mine as opposed to slumped over. So that's nice and safe for them and nice and comfy for me, and baby's going to have a good viewpoint. Shoulder spread, then I'm just going to find the top hem of the fabric and bring it up across my baby's back. And I bring it up just far enough to reach the top of my baby's upper back into their neck, like that. I make sure that the fabric is well tucked up between me and baby, like this. So it's holding baby in a very comfortable position. It's a bit like sitting inside a deck chair. If you've got fabric or the wooden bar of the deck chair underneath your knees and your weight sunk below, it's actually very hard to get out of a deck chair, and that's the principle of the way these things work. I can now check that the whole thing is snug enough. I can retighten this if I need to. And if I want a little bit of extra snugness across the baby's upper back, I can bring in the tightness across here, clip it in, and then just tighten the webbing just a wee bit, and tuck all the extra fabric in like that to make sure this is lovely and smooth. So here you go, I've got a nice spread shoulder, a lovely snug pack that's fitting baby really well, something that's knee to knee and in a nice J shape, and it's nice and snug across my back. I could have it slightly more to the side if I wanted. For a slightly older baby, the baby can now see very nicely and can also see this way if they need to. If I want to take baby out, I can just support them. I can loosen the buckle. I can undo this and then just bring the fabric down, pop my baby back up on my shoulder, take the fabric out, and there we go. So that's the MiniSling for you. A great choice for all weather, particularly hot weather when the summer eventually gets here.